Hi guys, and welcome to my next review. We're here at Lund Tower. Now the idea was to come over and do some droning because I'm actually reviewing two drone filters. The filters are made for the DJI Mavic Pro drone, and I have been flying it myself for a while now. So there's two really good makers of filters on the market at the moment, Nisi and a company called Polar Pro. You get 3 in the packet. Packaging is really good. What you get with these is a 3-pack cinema shutter edition. This is not the vivid pack, but the shutter edition. You get an ND8, an ND16 and an ND32. That's a 3-stop, 4-stop and a 5-stop. 3 of them. Cost of them is approximately £73.50 off Amazon. Second one in question are the Nisi filters. Now the Nisi ones, you get a 6-pack in these. You get an ND8, 16, 32, 64. So that's a 3, 4, 5 and a 6-stop. You also get a standard IR filter which goes on top of the camera as a protector, and you also get a circular polarizing filter. Now there's a few categories I'm actually going to go through to make this test fair. The weight of the Polar Pros is actually quite good because they're made of very high grade aluminium, ultra lightweight. You can't even feel them when you're handling them. They're so good. They're built very well as well actually. Build quality just as good as the Polar Pro, so yeah, it's down to preference. Value for money. Now this is down to opinion. Polar Pro are a very good, very reputable company in making these products. They do a very good selection and a very good product lineup. Value for money, I mean, with Nisi they make the 1-pack. That's all you get. You get 1 pack, but you also do get everything in there. Depending on what kind of time of day you're shooting will determine what kind of filter you're going to use. Now it's currently about 7:15, so it's kind of late. But the sun is not set just yet, but it's going down. I'm going to probably need, I don't know, 3-stop, maybe a 4-stop push in it. Something that you just about get with, yeah, you get a 3, 4 and a 5. But I also get the benefit of a 6 here, which I have needed on a very sunny day. Not something I'm doing right now, so you probably may not get to see that just today, maybe in a future video. The next thing I want to be looking at is color cast. Now the color cast I'm only going to be able to show you once I get the footage. There's 2 ways I'm going to do this. I could either fly, but I'm not sure if I'm going to risk it just yet, or the other one I might do it stationary. Another thing is installation. Now this is not something I really don't want to dwell over it because it's simple. The instructions for the Polar Pro ones do say that they go on the drone, and on the drone itself what we have is a small mark on the gimbal or the camera itself, which is over here. So the Polar Pro ones just say go over there, and when the line's fully covered, the golden line's fully covered, the filter's on correctly. Now the good thing is you don't have to recalibrate your camera again when you're placing any of the filters. Nisi do recommend it, although I have done it without that and it's been absolutely fine. I've not tried the Polar Pro ones just yet. I'm hoping, like I said, they don't weigh anything. I don't think that'll be a massive problem. The camera hasn't complained. It's flown absolutely fine with the Nisi filters on there as well. So we're gonna have a quick look at the color cast in just a moment. But as I said, installation simple with both filters. Nothing doesn't require any genius to do that. Packaging is good. Value for money in my opinion is the Nisi. You get more, you get better. Color cast is yet to be determined, but as I saw from home they had none. There was a slight tinge on this one, but we'll have a look. For those of you who are not quite sure of the footage, I'm going to shoot on a cine profile, +2 sharpening, -2 on contrast and the saturation. I will put the raw footage unedited available for you to download, grade it yourself, have a play with it, see what you think, tell me what you guys think. Until then, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through them, have a quick look and see what our conclusions are. Here we are looking at the Nisi ND8 and the Polar Pro ND8. Now I do apologize for the composition of the Polar Pro. This is because I couldn't put the gimbal or the drone back exactly how it was. I couldn't actually fly the drone because of the accident.
Say what? Hey, what happened?
Way too windy, as you can see. Did I mention it was way too windy? So I was on this ledge filming just over here, and as I was taking off, the drone started to sway a little bit to the right, and then it progressed. Before I could do anything, it hit the edge, came down, bang. Now the thing about these two filters is that they look very similar, hardly any color cast, and I think this will be your go-to filter on most days really. I quite like this filter from both of the companies. The next one we're looking at is the Nisi ND16 and the Polar Pro ND16. The interesting thing about here is this is where things start to get a little bit different. Now we have the Nisi, which is again very little. You can see the blues in the skies, and the foreground's quite green. But on the Polar Pro, it does seem a little bit muddy and a little bit on the brown side, maybe warm side. This is raw footage shot straight out of the drone. It hasn't been corrected and it hasn't been edited or graded in any way whatsoever. That's what that looks like. The next one, again, it's similar to the actual previous one in a very subtle way. So the Nisi, again, in my opinion, is very neutral again, but the Polar Pro again does have this slight tinge of something yellowy, greeny kind of a color. I'm sure it is something very easy to correct, not going to be very difficult to get rid of, but again, when you pay for these kind of products, it's the last thing you want. So that was it, my day out at Lunds Tower, which ended in disaster. I hope that the footage that I have got and the test that I have, well, it's not really a test, it's just showing you what the footage looks like with the filters on there. I hope that's fair enough for you guys. The two brands, like I says, are fantastic. It's down to opinions. What do you value, what do you require, what do you need? So one isn't really better than the other when it comes overall. Value for money and stuff, yeah, these are things that you might want to consider, something that I definitely would consider myself. I hope this video did bring you enough information to cover what you needed to maybe get from here. If you like the video, do give me a thumbs up. All the support does help in me making more videos and going out and doing more things for you. Any feedback, any comments as to reason as to why you didn't probably like it will be appreciated, and I will be looking at these at some point. Do comment me, do get in touch. Links to follow me as well are gonna be listed below as usual. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'm gonna sit back here, enjoy the sunset, and see you guys later.